Here are some more silly short stories. Hope you enjoy them. Grandmother's birthday. Grandmother is 100 years old today, and there will be activities and much celebrations for the special occasion. Gran is wheeled out onto the lawn, where many well-wishers come to talk to her and to congratulate her. She had been sitting there for a while when she began leaning to the left. Some family members grabbed her, straightened her up, and stuffed pillows down the side of her so that she stayed in the upright position. Then she began leaning to the right. So again family members grabbed her and stuffed pillows to her right so that she stayed upright. Soon she began leaning forward, so family members grabbed her and tied a long towel around her waist and fastened it to the back of the chair so that she stayed upright. A nephew who had arrived late came running up to Gran and said, "Hi, Grandma, you're looking good. How's everybody treating you?" Gran tried to lean forward to answer him and whispered, "I want to fart, but they won't let me." Harry's last stand. "Betty, darling, will you come and sit on the sofa with me, as I have some very bad news to tell you. Having just come from the hospital to obtain the results of my final check-up, it seems that I only have another 6 hours to live." "Oh, Harry, darling, how awful! You've been a wonderful husband. Tell me what I can do to make your last hours as pleasant as possible. Just name it, darling. Anything." "What will make me happy, Betty, darling, is for you to come to bed with me and let me cuddle you and make love to you like I used to." This they did for the next 3 hours or so. "Harry, darling, you only have about 3 hours left. What else can I do to make your last few hours happy? For God's sake, tell me, as I desperately want to please you." "To be honest, Betty, I fancy a large glass of cognac and the biggest and finest cigar we have in the house." "You just lay there, darling, while I fix you a large drink and fetch you the finest cigar I can find. I'm sure we still have a few left from our holiday in Mallorca." Betty lay snuggled up to Harry as he sipped his cognac and puffed on his cigar. "Harry, darling, is there anything else I can do for you, as there's only about another 2.5 hours left?" "Yes, Betty, dear, I would like to make love again." This they did until Harry was satisfied. "You know, Betty, my love, I'd love another large cognac. In fact, bring the bottle." Betty slipped on her dressing gown and left to fetch more cognac, bringing the bottle with her upon her return to the bedroom. As they lay there cuddling with Harry sipping his cognac, Betty asked, "Harry, darling, you have less than half an hour left. Is there anything else I can do for you to make your last minutes as pleasant and comfortable as possible?" "As it's only a matter of minutes left, Betty, I'd like to spend the remaining time making love to you again, dear." "Oh, give over, Harry. What are you trying to do? Screw me into the mattress? What do you want to do? Down the job, you oversexed bastard. You've already nigh on fucked me to death tonight. You're already pissed out of your fucking brains with all that cognac you've drunk. Don't you realise I have to get up in the morning and go to work?" "You don't." "I want to change my name." An Irishman went to see a solicitor as he wanted to officially change his name. "What can I do for you?" asked the solicitor. "I'm not happy with my name, and I want you to change it for me." Sorry about the accent, it's awful. "Certainly, that should be an easy matter. So what is your name at the present time?" "Patrick Itchingbollocks." "I see, yes, yes. I can well understand why you want to change it. So what do you want to change it to?" "Michael." Mrs. Gutweiler went to see the doctor. "Good morning, doctor." "Good morning, Mrs. Gutweiler. What's your problem?" "Well, doctor, I already have 9 children and I'm pregnant again. I need help so I don't get pregnant again." "Of course, Mrs. Gutweiler. That's what I'm here for. Why on earth didn't you come and see me years ago? I suggest that when you've had this baby, come and see me and we will decide what is a suitable birth control method for you. So tell me, Mrs. Gutweiler, what type of birth control method do you have in mind at present?" "Well, actually, doctor, I desperately need a hearing aid." "A hearing aid? What on earth do you want a hearing aid for? Surely what you need are birth control pills or some other form of contraceptive device." "No, doctor, I desperately need a hearing aid. You see, every Saturday night my husband comes home drunk. He stumbles upstairs, has a problem getting undressed, and then falls into bed and breathing alcohol fumes all over me says, 'Ethel, do you want to go to sleep, or what?' Because I'm a bit deaf, I always say what." My name is Fred. A highway patrol officer stopped a car that was speeding. The driver was then asked for his name. The man replied, "Fred." Fred what? Asked the officer. Just Fred, answered the man. But I need your surname also, continued the officer. The man replied that he used to have a surname but lost it. By now the officer was thinking that he had a nutcase on his hands, but decided to go along with it. So tell me, Fred, how did you lose your surname? The man replies, it's a long story, but I'll tell you. I was born Fred Ding-a-ling. Yeah, I know, it's a funny surname. At school, the kids used to tease me. Because of this, I had very few friends, so I studied hard and got good grades. When I got older, I decided I wanted to be a doctor. I went through medical school, then residency, and finally got my degree. So I was now Fred Ding-a-ling, MD. Sometime later I got bored with being a doctor, so I decided to study to be a dentist. Dentistry was now my dream. When I finished my studies, I got my degree, and now was a qualified dentist. So now I was Fred Ding-a-ling, MD, DDS. By now I had employed a very attractive assistant and fooled around with her until I discovered that she had given me VD. So now I was Fred Ding-a-ling, MD, DDS, VD. Unfortunately, the ADA found out that I had contracted VD and took away my DDS. So I was left with Fred Ding-a-ling, MD, VD. Then the AMA found out about the ADA taking away my DDS because of my VD, so they took away my MD, leaving me as Fred Ding-a-ling, VD. Then to my horror, the VD took away my Ding-a-ling, so now I'm just Fred. The end. Don't forget to like and subscribe and press the wee bell notification. And a huge big thank you to all my subscribers and patrons. See you next week. Bye bye.